Hello and good morning everyone. I am Sundaranjan Sao, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Odisha State Open University. Today in this session, we will discuss about the interesting subject that is residential status of a company of your course 104 Corporate Taxation Unit 5. So let's start these videos without wasting any time. In this topic, after completing this topic, we will able to understand concept of residential status, classification under Income Tax Act, various individual and companies residential status, then residential status of companies in India, double taxation and tax applicability. Now, I am going to discuss about the introduction. First one is definition of residential status. So, residential status is decided on the basis of number of days spent in India or any country for an individual. But in case of company, it is decided on the basis of place of effective management. I will also discuss about the importance of determining the company's residential status, because it is so much essential to calculate the tax liability on the basis of residential status. An individual and a company pays their tax liability. Then there is also some certain criteria in section 6 of Income Tax Act 1961 for residential status. Then there is also, we will discuss about what are the sources of income and the individual and the company will pay the on which income the tax amount. So now I am going to discuss about the section 6, classification of residential status of an individual. So an individual is called as a resident if he is present in India at least 182 days in a relevant previous year. And he stay 60 days in current previous year and 365 days in the preceding 4 years of relevant previous year. These two conditions are not important for a residential status. If an individual satisfied any one condition among these two, then he is eligible to called as a resident of India. Then if an individual is qualified as a resident, then we will divide this residential individual into two parts, that is ordinary resident and another is not ordinary resident. The person or an individual is called as a ordinary resident if he is lived in India for at least 2 years of last 10 years and present in India at least 730 days in last 7 years relevant to the previous year. Here both the conditions are so much important for a ordinary resident. If any one condition is omitted from that, then he will not called as a ordinary resident. Then he will called as a not ordinary resident. Now we are going to discuss about the non-resident. If a person does not meet the criteria of ordinary resident and not ordinary resident, then he is called as a non-resident. And also if the basic and primary rule is 182 days or more than this 182 days is not stayed in a previous year, then he is called as a non-resident of India. Then we are going to discuss about the residential status of company. In a company is considered as a resident if it is a Indian company and its control and management are situated wholly in India. If these two conditions are not satisfied, then it is called as a non-resident company. So here is the prime condition is place of effective management. It means the control and management system of a company or key decision must be taken in India for a resident company. Then I am going to discuss about the taxation based on resident status. So resident company will pay the tax on both Indian income and outside of India income. That is called global income. But the non-resident company is taxed only on Indian income, not in the outside of Indian income. So where the company is registered or where decisions are made will influence the extent of its tax liability. This brings us to concept of a double taxation. So now I am going to tell about the double taxation system. The double taxation means we will tax dual time or two times or many times on the same income. This double taxation is arise when a company has a subsidiary company in outside country. For example, if a company headquarter is in India, but its subsidiary company at UK, and the income which is earned in UK, it will be taxed in from the UK government. But if it is acquired in the India and bring into the India, then the Indian government also tell that you will also pay on that amount. But this is not fair for a businessman. So that situation is called as a double taxation system. To avoid this double taxation system, government make a DTAA, that means double taxation avoidance agreement. This agreement made by the India with Australia, UK, USA, Singapore and other countries. Now I am going to discuss about the tax applicability for different resident status company. If a company is considered as a resident, then he will pay tax on global income, and if a company is non-resident, then he will pay tax on only Indian income. So that's all about the double taxation agreement, avoidance agreement system. So then residential status of individual, residential status of company, etc. Now I am going to tell in brief way, that is summary and key takeaway. Residential companies pay tax on global income. Non-resident companies pay tax only on Indian source of income. Then double taxation can be managed using tax treaties. Then understanding residential status is crucial for tax compliance. That's all about the Unit 5, that is residential status. I hope it will be fruitful to you, and thank you.